How's it going? How's it going, Bang Septo? How's it going, Kevin Tierney? How's it going? How's it going, everybody? Good to see you all on here. Good to see you guys again. We are back out here fishing. We're on the Mississippi River doing some fishing. So we just put one line out with bluegill on as bait. Let me get another one out there. Well, yeah, we're out here on the Mississippi River. Home alone and nervous. Hello, hello, Grace. Bing Septo says that's a river. Yes, this is a river. This is actually, I believe it's the biggest river in the United States. It's called the Mississippi River. Yeah, it's a big river. Grace says it's pretty outside. Yes, yeah, beautiful day out here, guys. Beautiful day, beautiful day. How is everybody's Memorial Day weekend going so far? Thank you, Bang Septo. Yeah, it's my maybe second. I don't generally fish this river a whole lot. It can be a little difficult because of how strong the current is, but I thought I would try because this is where the biggest fish live, the biggest, freshwater fish in the U.S. are. So hopefully we'll catch a large catfish or something else, like catfish would be about the biggest. But it can be a little difficult. I mean, see, there's like a tree floating down the river right now. There's all kinds of stuff in the water. But I think we'll catch something. Everything should start coming closer to shore pretty soon. We'll start looking for food, and that's when we'll hopefully catch one of those catfish that come in to get something to eat. That's what I'm hoping to do anyway. We will see. And how about you, says Grace? Yeah, mine's been great as well. Been a good day. Good day of mostly being outside, doing some fishing, hiking, that sort of thing. Thinking about going camping tomorrow. It is a 3-day weekend here, or at least for me, I have a 3-day weekend. So, no work on Monday. It's a holiday here, so I think I'll probably go camping tomorrow. I don't know where, but Boa noite. Hey, Raf B. Is that Raf Outdoors? The other channel? Hope you get a big fish, brother, says Bang Septo. Thank you, I do too. Hi, Jeff, how's it going? Doing good. Diao Hard Fishing. Nice, nice. You're in Brazil. No, I'm in the U.S., not Brazil, but thank you for watching from there. I really appreciate it. I appreciate everybody that watches from all over the world. We have such a interesting mix of people that watch the streams. And I really appreciate that about streaming and everything. It's nice. Jeff says, hope you're all good. Yeah, I'm doing good, Jeff. It'll be a lot better if we catch a fish. So that's what I'm hoping to do out here, guys. Thrown into the mighty Mississippi. Thanks, Bing. Okay. Swivels. Hey, how's it going? I'm DeReal Cyber. How's it going? We're out here on the Mississippi River doing a little bit of fishing out here, guys. Trying to catch something. So I'm actually about to throw some more hooks on out there. Have a few, let's see. Use a pretty big hook because we got some pretty big fish. I got some creek chub for bait, so we're going to use those. Let's see. So that's our hook. Like 7 says Alan. Oh, thank you, Alan. Thank you. Thank you, I'm DeReal Cyber. You teach me how to catch a bass in a pond. I want to learn to fish. Started 3 days ago. Caught a catfish using a bait caster reel. Oh, nice. Yeah, so basically I would just recommend using, they're called Senkos or like a plastic worm. And then I really like to Texas rig. So you'll need some worm hooks, like a size 3 or so worm hook, if you're using like a 5-inch plastic worm. And then you can fish it with either a little bit of weight on. You'll want like a worm, what's called a worm weight. Or you could fish it weightless as well. I like fishing them weightless, especially if there's a lot of like algae and stuff in the water. But yeah, just kind of slowly let it go to the bottom and then slowly retrieve it on in. And that's basically the best way to catch a bass, I think. Just let it kind of hop it up along the bottom, or even drag it along the bottom, and fish it pretty slow. You'll definitely get one to bite. It's like a really good time of year for bass fishing. So can you show me? Well, I would, but unfortunately I'm out catfishing, so I don't have any of my bass fishing stuff on me. I would be really surprised if you were gonna catch a bass in this area, so I didn't bring any of my bass stuff. I only know how to use Baitcaster. Yeah, I should probably put some like maybe some shorts together that explain how to like Texas rig and that sort of stuff. That might be useful. What's a Texas rig? So Texas rig is probably the best. I think it's one of the best ways to catch largemouth bass. It's one I use the most. But I know, I have buddies that like to do Carolina rigs, other types of ways, but it's just a way of putting a plastic worm on a hook so that you don't have like a lot of weeds, that sort of stuff hang up on it. And it works really well for bass fishing. And like none of the gear that you need is really super expensive. It can get expensive, but that's going a little extra. Popo Filippo says, looks like everyone is fishing today. Yeah, I think it's a really good day for fishing. So, it is a 3-day weekend in the US. So I think that's one reason a lot of people are fishing. All right, so this is what we'll be using for bait. So this is gonna be our bait. It's called a creek chub, and it's a small fish. But I caught him in a small creek I was fishing in a little earlier today. And you can use these guys for bait. They work really well for catfish bait. They work maybe a little bit better if they're alive, but we'll just fish them like this. It'll be okay. He, of course, is not alive, but all right. And that's what we're gonna use. So here's our creek chub. We have about an ounce. True Jelly says, do you eat the fish you catch? Yeah, sometimes I do. Sometimes I do. Every now and again. I don't think I'll be eating any fish tonight. I don't feel like cooking up any fish, but yeah, I do like to eat fish every now and again. Definitely. All right, guys, there's our other reel in the water. He's got about an ounce of weight on him. Size number 6 hook, about an ounce of weight. That should be good for catfish. So we'll see what we catch. I'm hoping we'll catch a blue or a flathead. That would be cool. I haven't caught any of those yet, so mostly just been catching channel catfish, but nice, good living, says True Hefe. TNT Aquatic says hi. Bang Septo, don't forget for liking and subscribe. Yes, thank you. Thank you, Bang. Thank you. I really appreciate it. Really do. Really appreciate it. Now we just wait. That's definitely different from, you know, like bass fishing is a much more active type of fishing. Cat fishing, really simple. Just throw your lines out and you wait. Monib Farsi says, I hope you'll catch a big fish. Thank you, Monib. Thank you. We will see. I'm hoping so. I'm hoping so. True Hefe says, catch a 200-pound tuna, brother. Thank you. I'm gonna try. I'm gonna try, guys. I'm gonna try. Now, I have heard of sharks being caught in this river. Every now and again, a bull shark will come up all this way, I guess, is what people say. So you definitely, you never know what's out there. Could be a tuna. Vegas Dirt Pusher says hi. How's it going, Vegas Dirt Pusher? We are on the Mississippi River doing some fishing. What are you drinking, brother? Coffee or tea? Oh, soda. Yeah, that was a big soda actually. We have giant. I'm not sure. I know in some parts of Europe and stuff, they don't sell like the big sodas. Yeah, in the U.S. you can get giant sodas. That's why. I'm from Pakistan. Please give me a rod. Nice, Monib. W. What kind says Camden Reagan. What kind of stuff are we fishing for, or the pop? That was a Mountain Dew. The new purple Mountain Dew flavor. It's not Blackout. It's a new one I haven't seen before. Okay, yeah. Purple Mountain Dew, but not Mountain Dew Pitch Black. It's like a new one I was seeing. I haven't had it before. It's actually pretty good though. Sounds good. USA, we had it for a while. Is it Wall? Maybe. Yeah, it's the new flavor. It's like purple. It's got like, I don't even know. I've only seen it in gas stations and not all of them. And it's only at like the fountains. No, not Voltage. Voltage is the blue one, the like blue raspberry. This one I think is like, it said like plum and grape. I don't know. It's pretty good though. Yeah, not Voltage, but I know my Mountain Dew flavors, and it's not one I've had before. Maybe not. Yeah, I'm not sure what kind. I would have to go ahead and check. I wish they had like, they only have it from the fountain. I got it from On the Run gas stations, which that's kind of a newer one too. I'm not used to the On the Run gas station. I usually go to Casey's. How's everybody doing tonight? If you're just now joining the channel and watching, we are out here on the Mississippi River doing some catfishing, guys. Trying to catch some catfish. But we'll see what we get tonight, guys. I think we could catch catfish, we could catch gar. You never really know. You never know what's in here. Time for these other glasses, because it's sun's going down pretty soon. It's not down quite yet. Days are still getting a little bit longer before it will get shorter again. So we have plenty of sunlight. Although I did bring my headlamp too. I see the Asian carp. I think that's what they are. They're the ones that are jumping out of the water. Every now and again you'll see a bigger fish jump out of the water out there, and those are the Asian carp or silver carp. Those are actually really good eating, but they're hard to catch because they don't really take bait, so you have to snag them. That's about the only way you can catch them on a rod and reel. Which I've snagged them before. I didn't bring my snagging stuff out. Not actually, I'd have to read to see if you're allowed to snag here. That's not always allowed everywhere. Malik says, very beautiful place. We'll to catch a big size fish. Yes, yes it is. It is. So that's what I'm hoping for, guys. That's what I'm hoping for. We just have to wait for a bite now, guys. Just wait for a bite. Are there a lot of fish in Pakistan, Monib? Oh, we saw a fish jump out of the water there. Gilak to lead time 67. Are you catching some walleye? No, we are fishing for catfish out here. Geklautis. We're fishing for catfish. And greetings from Germany. Nice, nice. I've been to Germany, I think, at least a time or two. But yeah, we're in the state of Missouri, but we are fishing the Mississippi River. Mississippi River is one of the, if not, I think it's the biggest river in the United States. And so this is a river here. We're on the Missouri side. Those trees across the way, that's Illinois. Wake Up says, have you ever caught mermaids? Nope, not caught any of those yet. Diao, hard fishing, boy, note like 21. Oh, nice, nice, nice. Hey, thank you, Diao, hard fishing. I always get a lot of Portuguese folks on the, not a lot, but, well, I guess it makes sense. Brazil is a very large country, so. If you ever caught mermaids, what would you do? Definitely be making a YouTube video. You look good at fishing, says Pineapple Eater. Hey, thank you, thank you, thank you. I just wish the fish thought I was good at fishing. But I don't know, I think I feel pretty good about this spot actually. And I feel good now because the current is basically kind of went away now, so, or it's not as strong as it was there when we first started, which I think is nice. But yeah, we're fishing for catfish. Galactus, Mississippi, wow, very big river. Biggest one we have is the Rhine. It also contains big catfish. Oh, nice, yeah. You guys got the giant Wells catfish, I think, right? That's the, I've just seen it on the like Discovery Channel show, River Monsters, but I just whistle and a fish will get on your line. I wish, Doreen, I wish, yeah. Here, fishy, fishy. It's not working. Doreen says, send us some fun vibes. Telocta says, yeah, the European whales in Germany, also called Waller. Ah, okay. Okay, nice, nice. Well, we're fishing for American Waller. But yeah, sending fun vibes, says Doreen. Very peaceful. Yes, yes, it is. Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate it. It is a very peaceful, very beautiful night out here. And perfect weather as well. Perfect weather. Oh, you guys, we're about to get a bite, I think. Hold on. I think we're gonna get a bite. Something hasn't. So with this, you have to let them get a hold of it and actually run with it. Otherwise, you'll set the hook too soon and you'll rip it out of their mouth. You don't want to do that, but we're just seeing our line move, so it'll start taking line. As long as it's not like a small cat that, you know, can't actually get that whole creek chub in. But we're just waiting for him to actually get a good, he'll pick it up, he'll inhale that whole creek chub and he'll start running with it. And that's when we can set the hook. We don't want to set too early. As long as that is, I don't even know. Like I said, something's just playing with it. Just playing with that line a little bit. The only other thing that it could be, I guess, is a gar, because sometimes those will just nibble on it a little bit, but let's see, guys. Up, up. Here we go, guys. We're on. We're on. We're on, guys. We're on. We are on. Fish on, guys. Oh, no way. Fish off. Well, that's disappointing. So we need to let him run with it a little more, I guess. That's the only thing. Pulled it out of his mouth there. That looked like about a 10-pound catfish, maybe. So decent size, not huge. But it wasn't big enough to take it all in one bite, so that was... which is fine. We'll just, next time something hits it, we'll just let it run a little more, I guess. So I'm gonna check this other line too, though. That was close, though. There's fish in here. There's fish in here. I'm feeling good about that. American Waller sounds dope. Yeah. Well, that was an American Waller for him. Not sure what kind or what species exactly. We have 3 named species in here. So let's see if we still got bait on here? I think we do. Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna throw this one kind of a little different spot. We'll just swap our rod holders out. So I have one rod, I threw it kind of a little ways down, but hopefully it'll do a little better for us. Different spot. So I kind of split my baits up, you know, targeting different areas of the same river. But yeah, there are definitely fish here, guys. There are definitely fish here, because how's it going? Peanut butter jelly time. How's it going? Glaucus, biggest whales I ever caught was about 20 pounds. Nice, nice. That's a good size catfish. Good size catfish. It's actually bigger than any of the ones I've caught so far. Feel pretty good about tonight though, guys. That was a pretty good sign. I think that was what we have three main catfish types here in the US. We have channel cats, those are the most common. We have blue cats and flathead cats. And I think we can catch a blue cat or a flathead cat. They're like most common on just the Mississippi and the Missouri River. But I think we might catch one tonight, guys. But yeah, you can double bait your line. I just have one bait on each line because a lot of times when I've double baited my line Doreen, I have a little, it just gets snagged up or they get caught on each other. And so a lot of times I like to just throw one hook, you know, one hook per line. I think it's easier to manage that way. But you're allowed to, yeah, it's not an issue here. Galactus says 140 centimeters in length. Nice. That's a big one. That's a big one. Metallica, like Metallica, says, are they all edible? Yes, yes, they're all edible. That being said, you probably don't want to eat, you know, like a larger blue cat or a larger catfish, because they can get up to like 50 pounds, you know, well, 100 pounds, I think, 120 pounds, but usually run in like the 50 or so pound range. And when they get that big, they just, you know, they get a lot of those like mercury or whatever. Indonesian catfish is called ikan lele. Ikan lele. Nice, nice. And the other one is called ikan. The carp are called ikan. And I remember this, I'm guessing ikan means fish, Bang. He was teaching us all how to say fish names in Indonesian. Bang is from Indonesia. We only have a waller, but it can reach up 2 meters in length. Nice. Yeah, the Wells was the hardest drill I've ever had. I got it at 3 a.m. at night. Nice, nice. Yeah, they definitely bite better. Same here in the US. Catfishing in the evening and even the nighttime is when most people go catfishing. Because yeah, they bite pretty well at night. They're not really visual predators. They're Econ MS. Ah, okay, Econ MS, carp, Econ lele, catfish. You guys, I'm pretty sure we're about to have a fish bite on here, but I'm just making sure. So I'm seeing the line go. I just want to make sure that we don't have what happened last time where they got off. So I think we're about to have something run on this line. But my line is starting to go in the wrong direction of the current, which is always a good sign when you're fishing. Something's interested. Here we go, guys. This one was a lot smaller bit of bait, so I think we'll maybe not, I don't know. I don't feel it as much, guys, but oh. Wait, maybe. Oh, what is that? Oh, our bait's still on. Bait's still on, guys. Oh, something toothy was biting at him. So it looks like maybe it was a gar just kind of nibbling at him a little bit, but didn't commit to the bite. Those gar are pretty hard to catch too because they have really bony mouths that make it really hard to drive the hook in on them. But we'll see. We'll see, guys. We'll let that one. All right, guys. To meet you guys have in the U.S. have great fishing spots. We never dream it. Also, super strict rules. Well, I think we're not as strict as like they are in Germany. I know, or at least I don't know. I think we got pretty good rules here, like for fishing. We have really great outdoor stuff in the U.S., I think. As far as like fishing, hunting, hiking, all of that sort of stuff. In the U.S., it's extremely normal, and we got a lot of places to go and do that sort of stuff. So, well, that in Canada, Raf. How's it going, Raf Outdoors? How's it going? Good to see you on here again, Raf. So we're out here on the Mississippi River, Raf. I'm doing good, doing good. We're trying to catch a catfish out here. Zach Gothorpe says, oh, okay, yeah, Germany is super strict. Yeah, that's what I've heard, that you guys aren't even allowed to like catch and release or something. Like you have to eat all of the fish you catch or something. So in the U.S., yeah, it's catch and release, and sport fishing is super common. And as long as, I mean, as long as you're being like decent to the fish too, like most of them live, I'm pretty sure. Zach says, what are we fishing for? We're fishing for catfish. Catfish. There are some renegade fisher in Germany, says Zach Gothorpe. Nice. Yeah. Well, yeah, we're fishing for catfish, guys. Catfish, maybe some gar, maybe some carp, whatever else bites. I'm not really sure what's. Well, I'm pretty sure it's going to be either gar or catfish if we catch anything tonight, guys. We had a catfish on one of these lines. He just didn't get hooked. Didn't get hooked. We set maybe a little too early, so we'll make sure to wait and make sure he has a good run next time, so that we don't lose him again. And then this other one, I think we had a gar on it, but gar are tricky. They're hard to set the hook on, because gar basically have their mouths are like pure bone. So unless you hit like right between the bones, you can't set the hook. It actually will bend your hook. And they're super hard to clean as well, because the knives, like you can't use a regular fillet knife. Yeah, but still annoying. I am going to Finland and fish in the Baltic Sea, much less rules. Great zander and pikes there. Nice, nice. Yeah, pardon. Good luck out there. That sounds like a lot of fun. Also, Dutch is a good fishing country. Nice, nice. Yeah, you guys have, it's interesting. I mean, Europe is a really small, or I think maybe a little smaller than the US, and so countries are kind of like states in that regard. You know, every state also is a little different in its fishing rules. Probably not as much as, of course, like over in Europe, but okay, guys, I just saw a bite. I just don't know if he's gonna actually run with it or not. Let's see. see, guys. This line, something just bit. It's its bite. See that? There's lines. We're getting a bite, guys. We're getting a bite. It hasn't picked it up quite yet, but we're definitely getting a bite. Favorite dining fish is zander and perch. Yeah, definitely. We have walleye in the U.S. which are very similar to zander. Those are always excellent eating. I also like catfish though. Catfish are good eating too. I just know as long as they're a smaller size cat, they're excellent. Once they get a little bigger, not so much. At least I don't like them as much. But I like how easy it is to clean catfish. They don't have as many scales and stuff, so. How's it going, Carson? So we've had a couple of bites now. I'm actually gonna move this one. I'm gonna see if we still have our bait on this one. I'm not even sure. Not sure what happened. We had a decent sized bite, and then oh yeah, we still have all our bait. We still have all our bait on here, guys. All our bait. I'm gonna go ahead and put this through it. Move parts of the fish though, just so that I don't want to lose my bait. But I just saw a catfish. They're actually kind of cool. So they're supposed to be down at the bottom, but some of these guys are coming up towards the top. Guys, here we go. Rod holder. There's folks fishing across the cove. Sounds like somebody had theirs come off. Get Glautes Leidenhead says 67. Was not so pleased with my catfish. Maybe I'm just playing a bit. I think so, Bang, I think so. Is catfish not too muddy? Every now and again it can be for sure. Selam Metin. Mississippi Nehri'nde tutuyoruz. Eğlenmesi için. Mississippi Nehri Amerika'nın en büyük nehri. I want to see the American Waller. I do too. I think I want him to quit. I want him to actually just take that whole bait and actually get something jumped. There's fish jumping in here. I think those are like the little bait fish trying to jump out because something's eating on them. I don't know if it's I mean, it must be a catfish. That's about the most common predator type fish that's in here. See that bite, guys? Something just took a bite. Looks very peaceful at your spot. It is. It's pretty peaceful. Yeah. There are folks fishing down a little ways from me, and then on the other side as well. It's actually there's a ton of people out fishing tonight. It's a 3-day weekend here. It's called Memorial Day in the U.S. and so Monday is also a holiday for most folks. So everybody's out fishing or getting outside. Everybody that wants to anyway. But outdoor stuff like fishing is pretty popular. So it's kind of a classic Memorial Day weekend sort of thing to do. Get cloud is because of World War II. I think just overall, I mean, I think it was actually World War One. I think was when Memorial Day was created. It was either World War One or the American Civil War. So it was either the first time we fought you guys or the second. I don't. But it's just kind of overall like military holiday sort of thing, I guess. Oh, here we go, guys. That's what we were waiting on. Oh, no way. Did it? All right, guys, this is getting frustrating. So that was definitely a bite, but no, we just didn't get them. I can't believe we missed that one. I can't believe we didn't get them. So we took the bait, but it just didn't get set. Didn't quite set the hook. So I'm gonna put on some more bait and we'll see if we get them this time. Man, that was oh man, that was close. That was close though, guys. That was close. So I just have some smaller minnows, but these guys will work fine too, I think. Man, that was so close though, I think. Just took the bait, bang, just took the bait. Yeah, disappointing, very disappointing. So I'm putting on some more bait. I'm using these small, tiny fish that I caught, and I will use those for bait. Let's see if we catch one. This waller are sneaky. Yes, yes they are. Yes they are. Yeah, I mean they'll take it and they just aren't. I guess they it's just hard to set the hook sometimes on them. The only other thing it might be is a sturgeon, but I don't know if sturgeon eat small fish like this. So that's why I'm pretty sure it must be catfish. But there are sturgeon in here too. We have they don't get nearly as big as the sturgeon in Europe, of course, but like Black Sea sturgeon or whatever, but Anthony Hicks, there was a giant fish that just jumped out there. I think that must have been a silver carp or something. Anthony Hicks says, from Oklahoma, Sand Springs, next to the lake, and I wish you luck. Thank you, thank you, thank you, Anthony. Excuse me, brother, because I will work today. See you again next time. Thank you, Bang. Thank you. And I will let you know if I catch anything here. I really enjoyed having you be a part of our chat, and I will catch one of those ikan leles, as you call them as they're called in Indonesian. Chris Marin Velasco. Hey, Chris Velasco, how's it going? How's it going? We're out here fishing, guys, trying to fish for catfish on the Mississippi River. Chris says, I follow you. Thank you, thank you. Bang Scepter says, hope you can get one. Thank you, thank you. I do as well. I do as well. I think we will. We've had a bunch of close calls tonight. We have come extremely close. So I think we will any minute now. Galactus says, you ever catch a muskie? I have not. I have not caught a muskie yet. So I have wanted to catch one. I have tried catching them before, but I haven't been able to. It is one that I would like to try to catch, though. They call those the fish of 10,000 casts here in the U.S. That's kind of because you have to cast a lot. You know, it takes a while to catch them. How's it going, Pickles? How's it going? Good to see you on here again. Good to see you on here again, Pickles. Pickles is a long-time follower. I'm trying to think the first time I started fishing with Pickles, that must have been at the warm water discharge back in like January or something. It was like a really cold day out in Illinois. But weather is so much nicer out here. Not taking a shower for a day and smelled musky. Yeah, good one. Yeah, we're out here on the Mississippi River now, so we're giving it a shot on the big water. Geklautis says, I would also like to catch, they call it here the big cousin of the pike. Yeah, yeah. I've caught a pike a couple times before. But that was like years and years ago. I used to be pretty into fishing as a kid, you know, like a teenager. And so I caught muskie back then. Or not muskie, I caught pike. Pike. Never caught a muskie, but I caught pike. There might be pike and maybe muskie in the Mississippi. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if there were. But it's definitely not like a go-to river for fishing for pike or muskie. But there might be some in here. I mean, it's cold and it's deep, so wouldn't be surprised. Hey, Adept, how's it going? Flathead, maybe Pickle says, yeah, I'm old school from the Navy Pier in downtown Chicago days. Yes. Yeah. Yeah, it's a little different from downtown Chicago fishing that I was going live from for sure. How's it going, Adept? Good to see you. Good to see you. Thank you. Thank you. Glad you're stopping in. Yeah, no, we are staying right on it. We're out here on the mighty Mississippi River. That's Illinois over there across the river. So that's where you're at, and or probably you're a little further up, I guess, but yeah, we're on the Missouri side and we're fishing for catfish. Hoping for a flathead or a blue. That would be nice. We've had a couple of bites and a couple of runs, but haven't managed to actually get them set yet. So we need to wait a little longer, I'm thinking, you know, next time they pick it up, just to make sure you get a good hook set on them. Whisker Biscuit, catch anything to my friend? Not yet, not yet. We've had a bunch of close calls, a bunch of bites, but unfortunately just haven't got the hook set on them. I think maybe some of these bites have probably been gar. Those are, you know, a lot of times the gar especially will just nibble on the bait quite a bit, and they can be hard to set because of their all those bones. But yeah, we're staying on it. Gonna catch some big catfish tonight, hopefully. Pickle says volunteered for Parks and Wildlife today. It was fun, just telling people the rules. Oh, nice, nice. You were the game warden then, Pickles. Claudus says they look very cool. I like the color of the pike. German pike is Hecht and muskie is called muskellunge. Oh, okay. I think muskellunge is like the technical name. We always just say muskie. But that's one that I haven't caught yet. Someday. Maybe we'll catch one tonight. Maybe. S-Hawks, muskellunge, muskie. Yep, muskie. Every time you get a bite on one of those blue giggies, it's you gotta scream muskie. Any minute now. Man, we were having a bunch of bites. No doubt muskie would be awesome. They're around here. Yeah, I know you guys got a lot of, I mean, I guess in Colorado, you got a lot of those cold water sort of fish, like muskie and pike and everything. But I think the top predator fish around here is probably the catfish, you know, like your blues and flatheads and big channels. This year the plan is to catch a, the Pickle says combo of the water and warm water depending on the season and where. Nice. Okay, Claudus says this year plan is also to catch Baltic salmon. That's right, yeah. I love, salmon's a great fish and they're a lot of fun to catch. Are you gonna go out on like a charter then? Out onto the Baltic Sea, I guess? Do like trolling? I've done that we took a fishing charter on Lake Michigan once and it was a lot of fun. So I'm guessing on the sea it's even cooler, like on the North Sea or whatever. Oh, JBT Fishing, Fishing with JBT says, how's it going, ladies and gentlemen? Good to see you. Good to see you fishing with JBT. It's going. It's going. Well, we're waiting still. I went out fishing earlier today too, and I caught some bass. Went out bass fishing earlier, and I was using my new bait. I got a new bait cast, my first bait casting setup. I actually caught some bass on it, so, and didn't have any backlash issues. But now we're trying to catch catfish. Claudia says, my neighbor has a big boat and then we're trolling. Nice, nice, nice. Yeah, trolling is fun too. It's like a very different kind of fishing. You throw all your lines out behind the boat and it's like its own science. There's so much, just within fishing. Like I've been fishing for a while, but I haven't used a bait caster, for example. I just finally got one and decided to try it. And then like you've got shore fishing, and then you got trolling, which is its own beast. And then just a boat. Having a boat is so nice because you got a fish finder and everything. Claus says, my boat is too small. Nice. Hey, at least you have a boat. At least you have a boat. That's one thing that I'm hoping to add maybe this year, this summer. I'm hoping to add a boat. I'm thinking about getting like a John boat or one of those little like plastic, they call them pond prowlers. They're kind of like a John boat. They're good for getting around on, well, I wouldn't take it out on this, for example. Like I wouldn't probably take it out on the Mississippi, but they're good to go out on like smaller lakes. But I think having a boat would be awesome because you would, a fish finder, you can use the fish finder. And fish finders, really good fish finders are like the real game changer, I think, as far as fishing goes. Because I've been out on folks with boats before, and it's like a different world, They're live scoping their lures right to the fish. So Pickle says, I have no interest in the hassle of a boat. A kayak would be cool. Yeah, I definitely, I can understand that. That is one thing about, it's like, you got to get a trailer and everything and put it in. So yeah, that would be a hassle. I guess that would be why I'd want at least a smaller boat if I was going to get a boat, not a, plus I can't afford a nicer, I can't afford a bass boat, so I'm coping here and saying a John boat's better. But I definitely think there are advantages to a John. Like I would definitely not, if I had a bass boat, I would be afraid to take it out on some rivers and stuff. Plus, I think you can get into shallower places with one, and all you really need is a trolling motor. But yeah, we're waiting, guys. We're waiting. I think we're gonna catch something. The bite is dying off a little bit, but though, I mean, we were getting bites. Now, not so much. We'll see. It's getting dark. Yeah, John boat would be cool too. Claudia says, we are spending our summer in southern archipelago in Finland, so our cottage is located on an island next to many, and we have our cottage on the same island. Nice. That sounds like fun. Very cool. Get a lot of that good North Sea fishing and everything. That's got to be super cool. I like seeing people professional fishermen. That's a hard job, watching those people do cod fishing out there. I mean, they're doing it on like a giant scale, but throwing out all those cod lines. But those fishing boats are, even those, I mean, they're big boats, those professional fishing boats, but they're out on the North Sea, and those waves are giant. So like that is that's a job. Going ahead and that's big water out there. A lot of waves. Disney move in next to Cloudus. Yeah. Yeah, Cloudus is set up. Yeah. He's got a nice setup. Hey, how's it going, Alaskan Adventure? How's it going? Good to see you. Thank you for stopping by. We are out fishing. We are out fishing in the Mississippi River. In Missouri, but Mississippi River. You guys got great fishing out in Alaska too, I know. I haven't been to Alaska before, but I know a lot of people. I have an old boss that actually he would always go out halibut fishing. So up in Alaska. Alaska is awesome. I'd like to visit. Yeah, so would I. So would I. Yeah, they got excellent, really good fishing. I guess there's great fishing everywhere, really. There's always something to fish for, no matter where you're at. Any minute now, guys. I don't know. It's interesting how the current, I mean, there were so many waves and stuff, and then all of a sudden the current has really died off. And not nearly as many waves. Water's calmed down a lot. It's almost like, I mean, this river's like so big, it's almost kind of like its own little sea or something. It has its own little tides or whatever. They have great trout spots here. I would like to learn fly fishing, Geklautis. Mert Yilmaz. Can you say merhaba? Merhaba means hello in Turkish. I am from Turkey. Evet, merhaba diyebilirim. Türkçe konuşabilirim. Bazı videolar kanalımda Türkçe kullanıyor. Ama o kadar Türk yok bu canlı yayında, çünkü biliyorum Türkiye'nin saat çok geç şimdi bence ve belki erken sabahda şimdi, ama evet, Nerelisin? Hangi şehri? Hangi şehirdesin? Do you like durum? Ben de Mert. Saat 4:39 ya. Erken. Saat burada 20:40. 20:40 burada. Güneş battı. Şimdi karanlıyor. İstanbul, Çatalca. Ah, güzel. İstanbul bir güzel şehri. Gittim kaç defa, 3-4 defa. Ben Türk değilim. Ama Türkçe biliyorum. Ankara'da yaşamıştım. Kaç sene? Bir buçuk sene. 2 sene. Evet, 2. Ve eşim Türk. O yüzden orada yaşamıştım. Ve evet, Türkçe biliyorum. Ama canlı yayınlarda pratik yapıyorum çünkü Amerika biraz Almanya gibi değil. Çok Türk yok burada. O yüzden genellikle sadece eşimle ve canlı yayınlarda Türkçe pratik yapabilirim. Nereli? Ege Deniz'de Kuşadası. Biliyor musun Kuşadası Ege Deniz'in yanında. Evet, eşim evet. Eşim Kuşadası'dan geldi. Ama biz St. Louis, Missouri'de yaşıyoruz şimdi. Ben Amerikalıyım. Sadece Amerikalıyım. Cloutus says Donair. Yes. I love Donair. Cloutus. And you guys are spoiled in that regard. You have such some really good Turkish food over there in Germany. So I was explaining to Mert that I know Turkish. So I used to live in Turkey, Geklautis. So yeah, that's the only, I guess, European place that I've lived in is Turkey. Turkey. No, I am not. I'm just American. So, pardon. My wife is Turkish. That's why. Aklına bir şey takılırsa sorabilirsin Türkçe ve Türkiye hakkında. Aklımda bir şey yok şimdi ama evet sadece niçin o kadar erken uyandın? İşe gidecek misin şimdi? We have, but often lacks quality, to be honest. Well, more so than the U.S. for sure. We don't have much of that food here. Well, I mean, maybe in some places, I guess. In some places. not in Missouri, I would say. Balık tutmaya gideceğim babamla. Yaşım 14. İşe giremem. Aa, tamam. Anlıyorum. Aa, güzel. Güzel ya, rastgele. Rastgele. Ya inşallah bir şey tutabilirsiniz. Bakarız ya. Çünkü evet erken ya Türkiye'de. Ama sabahla gitmelisin. You only can pay with cash, always a alarm signal. Almanya'ya gireceğim. En son gittiğimde 45 senelik torna balığı tuttum. Aa, güzel, güzel. Büyük. Büyük ya. Biz yayın balığı için tutuyoruz şimdi. Ama tutmadık. Ama belki alacağız. Ben hayatımda 2 kere gittim balık tutmaya. Bugün 3 olacak ve sadece bir tane tuttum. Ama sorun değil bence. Bir şey yakalayacaksın ya. Tutacaksın bir şey. Her defa bir şey genellikle ya her gittiğin defa tutmuyorsun ya. Claudia says, many Turkish are also not that nice to Germans. They look down on us. I spoke with great people from Turkey, but many Turkish people here behave not so good, unfortunately. I don't know why. Oh, that's unfortunate. I'm trying to think. Everybody I've met in the U.S. has been nice, but we don't have a lot of Turkish people in the U.S. though. Only in the big cities for the most part. Chicago was the only place that had like a fair number where I could be walking down the street randomly and like I would hear Turkish every now and again. And then they always get surprised if I would talk to them. But in Missouri, not so much. They hate our culture and habits. Oh, that is unfortunate. That is unfortunate. I think the only Missouri is pretty St. Louis, Missouri is pretty isolated. I mean, it's smaller, you know, so it's not exactly as international as some of the bigger cities in the US. Like in Chicago, you could hear German. I mean, you could hear every language, you know, because there's people from all over. It's a big like traveling hub. People would, well, that was when people would still want to visit the US. I don't know about now. It's some people have said it's dangerous, but getting in. But St. Louis, not so much. I know although I think there is a big Bosnian community here. Geklautis. Abi ben gidiyorum. Sana kolay gelsin. Sağ ol, sağ ol. Ve sana rastgele dilerim. İnşallah büyük bir balık tutacaksın ya. Ah, bir şey tutuyoruz bence. Bir şey tutuyoruz. Bakarız. Evet, evet. Bir şey tutuyorum. Let's see. I think we're getting a bite, guys. Oh, no way. Again. That felt so good, too. I thought we were going to get him, but no. Oh, man. That sucks. A bite. No. That was close, guys. Another one. Man, had a bite. Had a bite. Helal olsun sana abi. Sağ ol Mert. Bir kere bir balığı vurmuş. Kancayı vurmuş ama yakalamadık ya. Ama yine de deneyecek. Bence tutacağız. Kesinlikle. Did it happen again? Yeah, get Cloudus again. Again. They've been doing that all night. All night, guys. All night. Yeah, we had another. He took it and let it go. Didn't get the hook set. And he took it and was running with it too for a while. Chris says, did you catch something? No, we had another bite. We had another bite, Chris, but unfortunately, we didn't manage to get it set. I mean, he took it and run with it. The catfish picked it up and started going. But no, we couldn't set the hook on him. I don't know why. We've been having trouble with the hook sets here. American Waller is a different level, it seems. They're tricky. They're tricky, Get Cloudus. They're tricky. They are hard to catch. These guys are just picking it up and putting it down. They're biting, but they're not wanting to get hooked, I guess. I don't know if they're feeling the hook and then spitting it out or what. But unfortunately, we are not. just not working out quite yet. Got to get 30-pound test and 6/0 hooks, says Dan the fisherman. I'm running with, I have 25-pound test, and yeah, I have one 6/0 hook that I'm running with a whole creek chub on, and then I have another one with a 2/0 hook. Yeah, 2/0, no 3/0, yeah, 2 or 3/0 hook and minnows on it because I ran out of my bluegill. So I was using bluegill, but we've been getting bites all night. Stuff has been taking the bait. And so right now I got minnows and creek chub. But yeah, that one, the one on the right that I just had a bite on, that's a 6/0 hook, 6/0 wide gap hook. And then the ones on the left, that's like a 2/0 hook, circle hook, running circle hooks, which I like the circle hooks. A lot of times the catfish will end up kind of setting the hook themselves even sometimes, but that should work. Those creek chubs work. Yeah, no, I know. And we've been getting bites too. We've been getting bites, but Chris says, are you from Canada? Nope. From the U.S. We're in Missouri. We're actually about 30 minutes south of St. Louis now. So St. Louis is upriver, and we're fishing about 30 minutes downriver from there. Are you saltwater or freshwater fishing, says James? We are fishing freshwater here, trying to catch blues and channel cats. Well, blues, flatheads, and channel. And anything else that bites too. But I'm thinking it's mostly going to be blues, flatheads, and channel cats in here. I'm sure I'm sure we'll get another bite though, guys. That I'm sure. Oh, nice, says Chris Velasco. Yeah. We'll see. I think we'll catch something, guys. We've been getting, like I said, bites all night. Man, one of them on the one with the one of the runs that we had, I actually saw the fish that we had on the end, and I don't know how it didn't get set. It's a wide gap hook, and also you thought it would have set easier, but it's like but that looked like a probably 15-pound or so, maybe 20-pound flathead, I think, just from the fins, because it came up and it kind of had the color of a flathead. So, and there's flatheads in here. This is Mississippi River, so. The Man in the American Waller, a story. Yes, yes it is. Yes it is. I'm gonna have all kinds of fish stories, especially if I can land one of these guys. Best bait is shrimp, which is very old shrimp, smells bad, very good bait. Nice, nice, yeah. I'm not using shrimp tonight. I'm using, yeah, creek chub, like a minnow type fish, and yeah, that's what. Also, I was using bluegill as well, but stole all those. Yeah, I think other fish works really well, but yeah, shrimp works pretty decent as well for catfish. Um, I've definitely caught catfish on shrimp before, so it can be done. It can definitely be done. I agree with you there. Yeah, shrimp is probably my go-to bait. There's like a little pond that stocks catfish, and that's one of my favorite baits to use there. But those are just little, like stocked channel cat. These stuff in this river is wild and grows quite a bit bigger. So I used it in saltwater catfish and freshwater catfish. Big catfish, lots, and they pop the hook out. Yeah, yeah. They do pop the hook out there a lot. They are just not, I don't know what it is on how it's just not setting right, but they're hard to set the hook on. I mean, because you got to wait for them to actually inhale the fish, and then the hook's actually got to be in the mouth, and it's got to hit it just right. Otherwise, they'll spit the whole bait out actually, and they've been doing that, just spitting out the creek chubs. Now the waller time started. Don't worry, says Giklaudis. Yeah, no, this is the time. It I'm glad the waller over in Germany is similar. Comes out at night. Now that's the time to fish for the American waller as well. They're a nighttime fish here too. I mean, you can catch them in the day, but yeah, they like nighttime. Yeah. This is the biggest ones come out now, so. Any minute now. Any minute now. I should have brought my lantern. You have a gun with you? No, no, I don't. I could. I mean, legally, I would be able to, but yeah, no, I don't have one with me. No, I'm not packing. I know it is. It's something. A lot of people do carry while fishing, though. But I think we're okay. This isn't a super dangerous place. We're south of where all the St. Louis is a very dangerous city, but we're south of there. Like I said, about 30-minute drive. So I think we're fine. Usually, I mean, too, like, I don't know, most people that are out fishing usually aren't dangerous folks either. So it's usually not the people that go, if you go fishing, you're usually not doing other, crazy stuff. And then as far as animals around here, I'm trying to think, we got black bear, but I think that's about the only animals that might be dangerous. And there's not so many black bear either. I mean, they're around. I'm sure they're in some of the nearby like forests, but probably not out here because we're still pretty close to towns. Only Switzerland has guns like the U.S. It's so strange for me because our gun laws are so strict, but I would also always avoid every dangerous place. Yeah, I try to avoid all the crap. So I'm gonna. How's it going, R&R? How's it going? Uh, oh, the mighty Mississippi River. Hook 'em, huge flathead. That's what we're going for. That's what we're going for, R&R. We have caught. We haven't caught anything yet, but we've had a lot of bites. So we've got some creek chub on the lines for bait now, and we're going for it. A lot of bites, no hook sets yet, but they are in here. They are in here. We're gonna catch it. It's gonna be a flathead or it's gonna be a blue. Freeport Fishing Life says, "Excuse me, I have a question." Oh, nice. What's your? Go for it. We are fishing on the Mississippi and trying to catch the wallers. Yeah, that's. They're tricky, man. They're tricky. They are just not. They don't want to get hooked for some reason. They're just picking it up and I thought we were about to get a. It looked like we had a quick little bite on this rod right here, but he let it go. Well, it's good to get at the fishing store if you fish saltwater in New York, says Freeport. So I actually am not too sure because I don't fish saltwater. I've never actually been fishing in New York, saltwater fishing in New York. So I'm not even really sure. But I do know you probably want to, like with saltwater fishing, you do have to worry about your gear. Like make sure your rod and reel and everything can handle the salt, I think. I guess they got what, like striped bass there? Probably stripers. I think that's the kind of the big go-to thing up there in New York. M22 says, have you ever fished offshore? Um, I fished in the Mediterranean once, but that was more of inshore fishing. So yeah, no real like offshore. Haven't ever went out into the like big ocean or anything. Well, I've been out on Lake Michigan, but that's not also, I guess, offshore. That's technically a lake. Yeah, I want to go deep sea fishing, like go way out and try catching like marlin or something, shark, but never done that yet. Um, we do tuna trip, says Freeport. Nice, nice, nice. We have fluke and bass. Okay, okay. Is New York not full of trash can? Fish. That's what I would guess. It's probably more of a fun thing. Probably wouldn't want to eat it. You're probably right, Get Loudus. Arnar says, catch some bluegill and get those flatheads. That's what we're going for. That's what we're going for. I caught a couple bluegill earlier today, as well as some creek chub, and I've got those on the line right now. So that's what we're waiting on. That's what we're waiting on. Any minute now, we're gonna get them. I feel it. The question is, am I gonna be able to do it before the phone runs out of charge here? Because we are getting towards the end of my charging, but we're gonna stay on as long as we can. I would be too scared to eat fishes from New York City. I'm sure they'd be all right. I don't think they'd kill you immediately. But yeah, they're probably not the healthiest thing to be eaten. Although I've eaten fish right out of like next to Chicago and everything, so you can do it. I know a lot of people that eat fish right out of the Chicago River and everything, so or at least a few people. Chicago's kind of like New York, as far as stuff in the water. M22 says, I go offshore out of the Outer Banks in Ocean City, catch tuna and mahi-mahi and hooked a giant blue marlin once. Nice. Yeah, I've never done that. I would love to, though. Are you a fishing guide? Yeah, Claudia says, I mean, the diarrhea or vomiting from it. Yeah, that is definitely something I would, yeah, make sure you cook it well, I guess. But I don't know. I've never actually fished next to New York City, so I really don't know how it would be. But yeah, M22, are you a fishing guide? Mahi-mahi, that sounds, I've seen people catch those. That's really, saltwater fishing is a different beast altogether. Even though I don't fish all the time, I consider myself an avid fisherman. Nice, nice. Yeah, I consider myself a pretty avid fisherman. I fish quite a bit now. I do go fishing quite a bit. Um, and I'm definitely getting better. I only got, I fished a ton as a kid and then as like a teenager, and then I stopped for years and years. And I only really got back into fishing like 2.5 years ago, 3 years ago, probably like 3 years ago. And so I've been learning quite a bit, you know, getting better and better at fishing, I think. But I really like this style of fishing, man. Just throwing my lines out, bait fishing in a river, creek, something like that. It's fun. Relaxing. This style of fishing is nice and relaxing. So. All right, y'all. I'm gonna have to close the live stream because I can barely see anything on the live stream. But I am gonna keep on fishing. But unfortunately, guys, I only have like, Gladys says, the cleanest water I've ever seen was in Lapland, Finland. I caught a lot of perch. Caught a lot of perch in a lake at an area called Kusamo, and you could even drink the water from the lake. It was so clean, mind blown. Oh man, that sounds nice. Very nice, very nice. I love crystal clear, clean water. That sounds like a real treat. Sounds like a real treat. Finland's awesome because I've always seen it in like I've seen it in like the Viking series ways ago. And yeah, or I was Norway, I guess. But yeah, anyways, that whole area up there, very cool. Never went up there, but beautiful, beautiful place. But yeah, guys, anyways, I'm going to go close the live stream because I unfortunately am nearly out of battery on my cell phone, and my battery on my headlamp is dying. So I'm going to sit in the dark and keep fishing because I don't want to lose my light for when we do catch one. So with that, guys, I will see you all on the next live stream. Sorry we didn't sorry we only got bites. No catches on this one. But we'll be back out here. I like this spot. So we will definitely be doing more live streams from here, I think, and doing some more fishing on the Mississippi. With that, guys, I will talk to you later. Have a good one. Good to meet you, Get Loudest. Good to meet you, M22. Fishing time is limited. I'm only 13. My dad takes a lot of work trips, and grandfather is a couple hours away. Oh, okay. Okay, I got you now. I got you, man. Okay, that's awesome. Yeah, well, keep at it. Keep at it. Keep at it, M22. Keep at it. You're going to get better the more you keep fishing. So, y'all have a good one. And I will see y'all on another live stream. But yeah, my light sources are giving out and my phone's about dead. So I'm going to sit in the dark and keep fishing. Only turn everything on when we get a bite. But with that, I will talk to y'all later. Have a good one.